Hello folks, it's me, the old deplorable basket case, and I'm back once again with encouraging world news. This week in Awesome. First up is from Holland. Dutch designers Eric Clarenbeek and Marty Dross, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing at least both of those, have developed a bioplastic made from algae. They believe that the algae polymer could entirely replace plastics made from fossil fuels, which is cool. They're kickstarting the transition by providing every restaurant and catering establishment in their city of Zaandam, I might be saying that right, with completely new sets of flatware made from the algae plastic. Now, people have done this before. I mean, made plastic out of other things, but this is the first time that I know of anyone has ever produced it on this kind of scale, which is actually absolute proof that it can be produced economically. They can be an actual viable replacement. Moving on, Los Angeles County has moved to wipe the board clean of juvenile detention debts. As a result of a statewide ban in 2009, the district stopped charging new fees. But the department continued to collect fees from charges prior to the ruling. That's $12 to $24 a day, depending on the particular treatment, totaling over $129,000 in collected fees in 2017 alone. Altogether, over $89 million in outstanding debts from pre-2009 charges across 52,000 accounts. Thanks to the new ruling, however, all of that debt will be forgiven, which will be a great relief to the mostly poor families living with these debts. And some criminology experts suggest that the legislation will actually reduce recidivism. Awesome. Elon Musk has been in and out of several clouds of social media controversy over cooperating with the Chinese Communist Party to censor accounts and other political censorship. Anyway, not the subject of today's story. The CEO has made good on his promise to help with the water crisis in Flint. The businessman made a $480,350 foundation this week so that all 12 of the city's school buildings and their administrative facility could have access to clean water. According to a city spokeswoman, representatives of Musk Company have been in touch with the mayor's office about how to continue addressing the water crisis. The CEO says that he hopes to orchestrate a weekend during which his company will be able to install filtration systems in all the Flint homes with lead levels above the federal safety limit. Awesome. About time someone did something about that. Moving on, Jarrett Hucks owns the Midtown Inn and Cottages in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Says Myrtle Beach, California. Since Hurricane Florence hit the East Coast, he has opened his doors to dozens of evacuees free of charge, totaling roughly 1,000 free nights to poor and vulnerable families, which would normally come to about $50,000 worth of expenses. Not only that, he's welcomed their dogs, cats, and turtles too, regardless of the pet policy. Love thy neighbor, right? That's what you're supposed to do, Hucks told CBS News. My mama taught me that a long time ago. Wonderful. An Indian man finally fulfilled his dream of becoming a pilot, and he celebrated the accomplishment by giving his elders the experience of a lifetime. Punjabi Vikas Giani, I might be mispronouncing that, finally achieved his dream of becoming a pilot, and celebrated by arranging air travel for all the men and women of his village between the ages of 70 and 90. 22 took the offer, for many of whom it was their first time flying. Gianni flew the group from New Delhi to Amritsar, where they visited the Golden Temple and the hallowed Jallianwala Bagh, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing. He fulfilled his dream, and that's the most important thing for me, the pilot's father told the Times. All youth should follow Vikras's example, and we should all respect our elders. Way back in February, University of Notre Dame student Michael Skinner called for an Uber, which I actually don't like, but anyway, to take him home from a parenting event, which was answered by parent Doug Anderson. The two talked, and the subject turned to Anderson's 11-year-old daughter, Tori, adopted from China when she was 5 and born with only one finger on each hand. He and his wife approached different hospitals about getting Tori fitted for prosthetics, but doctors said she would outgrow them quite quickly, being at that age, and they're expensive. Money is tight, especially for parents, especially for parents who adopted 2 other special needs children. Doug took up Uber, driving to earn extra money, and because he liked to socialize. As fate would have it, Michael Skinner works with an engineering group called eNable. The group 3D prints robotic hands and had been searching for a child who needed one. After several months of sizing and collaboration, Tori has been fitted with a new set of 3D printed hands. She can now throw a baseball, write, and blow bubbles. Her father told the university, "I think that God absolutely had his hand in this," and said he was overwhelmed with gratitude. Last story of the day, 24-year-old Louie Ocampo is an Army medic who left his home in Charlotte, North Carolina last month to help with hurricane relief efforts alongside his National Guard unit. His 20-year-old girlfriend, Kaylee Finch, took their infant child with her to his parents' house to wait out the storm. When the young couple returned to their home in late September, they discovered that their house had been robbed. The laptop that Ocampo used for schoolwork, game systems, jewelry, and money were all missing. Mary Elise Capron, a friend and colleague of Ocampo, was so heartbroken by the crime, she created a GoFundMe campaign to replace everything that was lost in the burglary. I worked closely with Ocampo in the National Guard, and he's an amazing soldier in person, she wrote in the campaign's description. I am honored to know him and cannot believe something so terrible could happen to someone so dedicated to the service, his family, and school. Within 2 weeks, the campaign had surged past its original goal of $5,000 to $15,000. Ocampo and Finch were stunned by the surge of generosity, but they also knew that they didn't need such wealth, so they asked Capron to shut down the donation page. They kept what they needed to replace their stolen goods and donated additional funds to the Soldier and Airman Assistance Fund and other services who had been affected by the hurricane, and other servicemen, who had been affected by the hurricane. A big part of wanting to give the donations comes from seeing how generous people have been, and I wanted to pay that back to someone else who needed help, Ocampo told People magazine, with Finch adding that other people really need help that they can't get. And that's it for now, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And please comment below with anything you have to say. I'd really like to hear any encouraging news that you have to share. And that's all for now. Have a good day, and God bless.